Can you repeat the tyre temperature distribution troubleshoot? Yeah, no problem. So all I'm talking about there is if we're looking at the, let's say this is the tyre that's on the car that's coming to the pit lane. So we can use that tyre temperature distribution to understand both our wheel alignment and our tyre pressure settings. So let's say we've got a pyrometer and the car's coming to the pit lane. We've gone inside, middle, outside on our tyre. Now let's say that the two outside edges are, let's say, 10 degrees hotter than the inside. Straight away, that's telling me the most likely thing that's going on there is that the tyre is underinflated because the two outside edges are the hottest. That means they're taking too much load. And what's happening there is with underinflated tyres, that outside structure of the sidewall is tending to prop up the rest of the structure of the tyre, and that's why you're getting extra energy input onto the outside edges. So straight away that tells me you need to boost your tyre pressure. If you've got the opposite thing and you've got higher temperature in the centre and colder on the outside, that's the opposite. It means you're overinflated, you're overworking the centre area of the tread, and you're not allowing the full contact patch to come into contact with the road. So that means you need to come down your pressures. Now let's say you're hotter on the inside to the outside. If you're in that 10 to 15 degrees Celsius range, that's what I would call generally the sweet spot for most track day or circuit racing or track day situations. That's generally what you want. You do want that inside edge working a bit harder, so that's not a problem. That's ideally where you're normally aiming for. If you've got, say, 20, 30 degrees on the inside edge higher, you've either got too much camber or too much toe out. So those are two things you can try to fix to get rid of that temperature distribution. Alternatively, if it's the outside edge, you've got the opposite. You've either got not enough static camber or not enough dynamic camber, or too much toe in, and it's scrubbing that outside edge across the front of the, it's scrubbing that outside edge across the road. The other thing that can be going on as well is if you have too much roll in your car. If the car's rolling too much, so either from the springs are too soft or the anti-roll bars aren't stiff enough, or your roll centers are too low, then you're going to end up just rolling onto the outside edge. If you don't have enough camber recovery built into your geometry, then you're going to end up overloading the outside edge of the tyre. So hopefully, Eduardo, that was a decent recap for you there. That question was taken from one of our free live lessons. If you like free stuff and you want to expand your knowledge, click the link in the description to claim your free spot to our next live lesson. You'll learn about optimizing the performance and handling of your car on the racetrack, as well as improving your skills behind the wheel. Plus, you'll have the chance to ask your own questions, which we'll be answering live.